Hey everybody! Welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We got a special show this evening. Lots of big time business going on. We got a big ass studio audience. We got some folks hanging out with us. They don't normally hang out. I got my pecker out. It's summertime tomorrow. Jesus Christ, Harold, and Maud.
They're all there.
They're all there. Steve Fever.
Tomorrow's summer.
Woo!
We start this thing tomorrow.
Oh, look at.
It feels like we started it already. It's really warm in here.
It's warm in here.
There's a lot of people. There's a large studio audience.
I'm sweating like a Scandinavian trying to read in public. I redesigned that joke from a joke my dad did when I was a little kid. He didn't use Scandinavian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was a different time.
Okay. Is that going to create a problem?
Probably.
The noise? The hum?
Hum. I don't mind a hum.
Remember the hum?
I remember the hum.
But it wasn't there when we got the hum.
I don't know.
It was like over here.
We're checking the sound, so we'll find out.
There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Hey, thanks for everybody for joining us. We did this little special 80s mix a few minutes ago.
Yes, we did.
Something we did. We did the Friday the 13th mix last week. So
I think we could have gone for like 4 hours with that,
God,
but you didn't want to do that.
As soon as I said 80s mix,
I wanted to do that.
Cameraman was like, yoink, and just shoved a bunch of records. He had a shit ton of cool 80s stuff.
Well, I lived it, so yeah, I had some shit.
I was a whippersnapper now.
You were.
I outlived it. Hell, when I discovered MTV and the 80s videos, there's nothing better than 80s videos.
The MTV World Premiere videos were very exciting.
Yeah.
Like Thriller would come out and like the world premiere of the latest.
Oh, it was such a big deal.
It was real big. Everybody would stop what they were doing and go to the TV and just stand there and wait till it happened.
That's big time business. Hey, we appreciate everybody that's joining us live on the Ustream channel, but everybody knows all these segments are going to end up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com.
Ustream?
Shetty Miller. Well, we got the old contest going on, and we extended the deadline to June 30th, and my mama's birthday. And so you got until June 30th to get your contest video in. What keeps your party moving? A few records that keeps your party moving. Going to give away a cool stack of vinyl for third place. Cool stack of vinyl. Second place, swag. First place gets $20. Discog credit. I'll mail it to your house.
The world.
I'll deliver it to your house
personally.
as long as I know your mom's going to be home by herself.
Ed McMahon, you're going to show up. Hello.
Yeah.
With like your swag box.
Yeah. So get it in there. Get it in. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not enter the damn contest? No, you're going to enter it. So send in a video. Do me a favor.
Just do it. Forget about it.
Do me a favor. All right. Okay. So, speaking of YouTube, I got a surprise package in the mail this past week.
You got a surprise package?
Yeah, package. Downstairs. No, I didn't. And it was from our good friend DJ Trish, old Trish Mullins on the YouTube.
Oh.
Let me tell you what. She has cool packages, man. Got some stickers on here on the outside. DJ Trish Recycles got a little smiley face out here. And on the inside, check this out. We got a cool. First of all, it's a.
You got a mix.
I got a couple of mixes.
You got what's known as a Trish mix. The Mullins mix.
Yeah. These are two mixes from.
I channeled the living spirit of Trish Mullins this week because I had to do a mix for a friend of mine.
Yeah.
For 1970, he was 40 years ago. He was hired by this place we work. And so I did a mix for 1974,
right.
which it was actually.
That's a good mix.
I listened to it on the way over here. It's pretty good stuff. It's pretty
on there.
cool.
A couple of people requested.
It was a good year. It was a good year for music. I'll say that. So.
Better than this year. Yeah. So she wrote us a very nice note, and she's got two of her new mixes included, including a Bob Marley. Wristband bracelet thing that I'm wearing, which is very cool.
Bob Marley, you mean from the Bob Marley and the Wailers?
Yeah, which the Wailers.
I think maybe later on the show somebody needs to talk about that.
Got a little Wailers
we had a visitor to the Triad, or a group to the Triad.
We have got a little Wailers connection, so stay tuned for that.
It's a pretty funny story, actually.
But she said, "I love your show and glad it's growing in popularity. Peace, love, and music, Trish." Very cool. And like I said, we got these two cool mixes here for summertime. It's the Everybody Loves the Sunshine mix, and she lists the tracks on there, which is beautiful. And the Rockin' into the Summer. And what's better? Summer starts officially tomorrow?
Yeah, my mic fell to the ground.
Okay, Steve's mic fell to the ground. Who's in here showing these damn records? But yeah, man, it's beautiful. Showing these, sending us these great mixes. That's awesome.
Just walk in front of it.
So anyhow, we appreciate Trish for hooking us up. Always cool to get some VCLT, and that was a total surprise, man. So that's even better. That's even
We're
better.
gonna have a talk at the post.
Oh well, this is gonna be in the DR. Heads are gonna roll. Anybody knows how to roll heads? I'm good at rolling heads. Hey, well, I found out that the chair I've been sitting in for the Grown Man Record Night, this back here, where I sit, it's like a computer chair. Now, I'm sure everybody likes computers. I really like computers and what they do for my life. I like the internet.
Okay.
One of my hobbies is internet.
Okay.
I get out on the.
What do you like to do on the internet?
I get out on the internet and I look up all these questions I have, and I have a lot of questions a day, and I'll just.
Are your questions answered by the internet?
Most of the time, and I get out there on the internet and I look them up. That's my hobby, internet. That's one of my favorite hobbies, is internet. And I get out there and figure it on out.
Is internet.
It's so fun to get on the internet nowadays. With all that.
I'm enjoying Coronitas tonight. Little 7-ounce.
Oh no, but they didn't have the chair. Girlfriend gave me this chair, and Hell Elizabeth, as we call her, and there's a recall. They said this chair is a faulty, and then it'll break if you.
You could die?
I might die.
The post could go right up your ass?
I could die, but I would take heart disease probably over all that. My liver hurts a lot of times too.
Okay.
But this chair, it may be faulty. They said like send some parts of it back.
I think you're going to break it any minute now.
If you send it back, they'll give you $50.
$50? You don't have to send the chair back.
U.S.
You send a piece of paper back, they send you $50.
That's what she said originally, but I think now it's
Now they want the chair.
oh, they want you to ship things.
Are you going to send them the chair? You're not going to send them.
I didn't buy nothing, so I don't care. I just thought it was funny, and I thought I'd tell the internet about it.
This is all property of the company who owns the studio of the show.
Yeah.
So you really don't own that chair.
We're going to get sued about it. Hey, you know what else came out this week? Big music news, especially within the VC. I hear a collective drenching of vinyl community denim, just covering over with semen from the announcement that came out this week that there's going to be a Genesis documentary. Not only that, but a few days after the Genesis documentary, cue more semen, as we call the second spurt. They're actually going to get back together. Maybe
This is progressive semen.
yeah. Maybe tour, play some shows, the original lineup. And I think it's the first time.
What?
Yeah.
The original lineup.
Feature-length documentary under the working title Genesis Together and Apart for the BBC Two. It will reunite all original members of the band, Tony Banks, Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel, Steve Hackett, Mike Rutherford, for the first time since 1975. And after that, they actually said we're not opposed to getting together and playing some shows. It's like, what?
Whoa.
And you could just feel, one thing VC likes
Genesis.
is Genesis. I mean, Beatles, Genesis. And you could just feel the collective,
I just shit myself.
feel. And
Okay.
when that,
So that's why you're talking about semen.
yes, the
Okay.
Navy. We need to think about our Navymen when they're going over there to Iraq. Or they're not going to
We
Iraq.
should send them Mitchum.
They're going to Iraq, but they're not going to Iraq. Over there. Over there.
We should
Over
send them, We should send
there.
them Mitchum.
Mitchum?
It's 48-hour protection.
Wait a minute. What's this Mitchum you talking
You know,
about?
actually, it's interesting because there's one member of the program who doesn't even wear deodorant. It would be hard to switch him to Mitchum. If,
Yeah.
In fact, he doesn't even use deodorant.
We're going to get into that a little.
Are we?
I don't know. What did I say?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But switch them, folks. You're not using Mitchum? Don't be that guy.
You're losing out.
You want to be that guy in your group that don't use Mitchum? Come on. You turn your back, and they'll steal on you. Okay. Skull. I can't get enough of it. Can't get enough of Super Golden Crisp. Okay, I tell you what. Let's get into a little bit of what we played this evening.
What we
We
played?
got some great stuff that we
Do you have a
played.
graphic for that?
I do have a graphic I made into my computer program over here.
Take graphic.
Hey, look at there. A little Gilbert and a little Beeve. Who didn't like a little Gilbert and a little Beeve? To get them going to find out what kind of records they played. Because, man, a couple of sharp-looking young gentlemen.
I like a big beeve.
Starting the whole show over. So we're in a graphic. They'll make it easy. So we'll cut right here.
Right here.
We'll cut here.
Okay.
Cut here.
Okay.
And then we're just going to start again in 3,
All right.
2, 1. Now, here are the records that we played this week here on Grown Man Record Night, June something or other, 2000
June 20th.
2000 and
USA. Hey, you gonna watch the game on Sunday?
Yeah, hey, we're playing these more of these Brazilian records because of the U.S. U.S. has been doing okay.
This is another Brazilian record.
Yeah,
Look at that. Bob Marley taking it to the house.
no. That was to be fair. That was my sweaty palm.
Okay.
The bracelet had nothing to do with that. Just my sweaty palm. And I started. I restarted before this.
But of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Start again.
Of course.
Okay.
What we played.
Here we go. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Bossman was in the house. Bossman and Kimmy were in the house. Early time business, and they brought all this cool food. Sir Pizza. What we call getting squares around here.
We're talking about some brownies. Have you had a brownie?
You're gonna get Sir Pizza.
You got to have a brownie.
Still on vacation.
Yeah.
Still on vacation.
You can have a brownie. 'Cause it ain't over till it's
Boss
over.
Man's in the house. We're gonna play the Jimmy Castor bunch.
Hey, if you come around the other side, you can get on the mic.
But of course.
We need somebody on the mic.
Look at there now.
You know, this album has changed Bossman's life, I think.
It is. And then he listens to this like on repeat.
Has this been sampled in any hip hop? Do you know
Oh,
who sampled?
Big time.
Big time hip hop. And like we've mentioned before.
Well, the most common.
This is
sample
Bossman, by the way.
Of the hip hop on that joint right there would be in Ice Cube's Friday.
Oh yeah.
Friday.
In the chorus of Ice Cube's Friday, in the background it's a bump, bump,
Oh, that's
bump,
right. That's
bump,
right.
bump, bump. No. So that'd be the one most
Okay.
people would know.
Not to be a repeater, son, but our good friend Sean from Jersey interviewed Jimmy Castor, and that shit's actually up on I think like Mixcrate.com or something like that. I don't
Something
wanna-
like that.
It's cool. He's got a couple of interviews. He also interviewed, and I've seen this, and he never told me this, so I mean, I'm kind of speaking out of turn here, maybe. He interviewed Steinsky of early hip hop fame. You remember Steinsky, Boss Man?
What?
I don't know a
fame?
Steinsky.
He was actually in the movie Scratch. Sean interviewed him as well. So anyhow, check out his. I think it's a mixcrate.com.
0612.
From Jersey. I've been thinking about this record a couple of days now. I had to play it.
Uh-oh.
Something Else by the Kinks. I think it's 67. Oh man, this is one of
He
my
ain't gonna
better
do it.
digs.
He's worthless.
This is one of my better digs ever. $2
A little
for
lower.
this.
Right there.
$2 for this record, and I'm pretty sure it's between 50 and 75 bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you talking about your money.
Yeah.
Look at you and your
that's-
money.
The cover's not in the best shape.
Wow, this is really nice, though. What year is
Yeah,
this?
67, I believe. Love the Kinks, man. Just can't get enough of them sometimes. I get in those Kink moods, and I got to hear the Kinks, and
You
I don't
get
have
feeling
enough.
all kinky?
You gotta get unkinked.
All right. Speaking of Boss Man, little Mad Lib, Shades of Blue, hooked us up with, here at the program. We played Side C, a side we've not heard on the program.
It's a pretty great album.
It's hip hop on another level, folks.
Yep.
I mean, it really is.
Jazz.
It's a lot of jazz
fusion,
influence and a lot of instrumental tracks. Not a lot, but some instrumental tracks.
Grown man hip hop.
It's grown man hip hop.
hip-hop. I
That's
like
exactly right. Totally right.
that. Here, put that over there with that.
Okay. I really don't have room for this. If you got room over there, is there room over there? All right. We'll
Got
put.
room over there.
Okay.
I was going to keep them over here. Just keep feed them to me.
Hey, Rio Grande Mud, ZZ Top. Picked this up last week. And I said it before. There's something about, I have a recent grown man, speaking of being a grown man, connection with Billy Gibbons. Like I said, I've played in a lot of metal bands and whatnot. As I get older, I find that my playing style and my listening style and just kind of where I'm at in a music space in my head is lining up with some old 70s ZZ Top and Billy Gibbons. And
Okay.
I feel like we're just a couple of gentlemen that sit down and have a beer. We probably have some things to talk about.
You need to put some of that stuff to tape.
I should record. I should record every day.
Yeah, you should.
I could write a song every day.
You got to a point now
problem.
where you really should be putting it to
No
tape.
problem.
I could throw this football right over that mountain right
I
there.
could.
I could write a song every day. Not lyrics. I don't write lyrics.
you know
But
what
I
that's.
could
You know what that's
come
from.
up with a riff every day.
So fucking stupid.
Every day I pick up a guitar and
It's like I
play.
struck a nerve.
It's
I
like
pretty much-
magic.
Okay,
I
okay, buddy.
play a new riff.
Magic. It's like Jesus touched the guitar.
That's what's happening. That's all I'm saying. It's like Jesus playing guitar.
That was Peter.
Little Ornette Coleman, The Shape of Jazz to Come. Oh,
I think this cat is the most out there sax player
Drop it
there
down a
is.
little bit.
The most out there
There you
sax
go.
player there is. I mean, Coltrane's Coltrane, but this guy took it to another level.
this is where free jazz really came from, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I mean, I think so.
How much did it cost before?
And it was a little more expensive. You can't get a Pepsi free unless you buy something. Come on. What'd you
Can't
do?
give you a tab unless you buy something.
Can't use a tab. You want a Pepsi, you're gonna pay for it. What'd you do?
All
jump ship?
I wanted was a Pepsi. And she
Hey,
wouldn't
so-
give it to me.
Coast Guard Auxiliary.
So you know what, folks? After this, last week we had a lot of fun doing our Friday the 13th mix,
Yeah, so after
where we went song to song to song to song to song. And
After
so we decided to do that
Ornette
tonight.
Coleman
Yeah, we decided to go into what was
kicked
our
in the 80s mix.
do a little 80s mix.
Just tonight is one of the anniversaries.
I mean, you could have gone anywhere with the 80s mix,
Yeah, and
but we tried to keep it like a party mix kind of thing.
right, and I was thinking originally like an 80s dance, kind of electro kind of stuff. And we pulled some stuff to that, and maybe veered out of there just a little bit. But let's run through. We only played one track off of these records. We started with the Power Station. Steve, one of your records. Tell me
Yeah,
about
man.
that. We're going to run through these fast, folks.
Yeah, let's just run through these.
Big time fast.
Yeah,
Big time fast.
you know, that's Robert Palmer.
Bow.
Robert Palmer and some members of Duran Duran.
There's a bug burning.
There's a bug
And I
burning in
believe-
her light.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Boy, it
Oh,
smells
it's
like shit.
We listened to Bang a Gong, the old T-Rex song.
Okay, Gap Band.
Love it.
What's that about?
Early in the morning, you couldn't go to a party on campus at college and not hear this song. You know, Gap Band,
College win.
early 80s. Or we're talking like 83. I don't know.
Men Without Hats. This original Shrink on there?
Men Without Hats, Safety Dance, contains the extended version of Safety Dance.
Very cool.
S
L-
S
is that an
S
LP
S
or
A
EP?
A A A F F F.
That's the LP, right?
That's an LP.
Yes, sir. It's the LP.
I had to bust out a little Go-Go's, Beauty and the Beat.
Had a lot of fun with that.
And this had We Got the Beat. What I remember from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. We got the beat.
Yeah, Melinda Carlisle. This is in her little beefier stage. You know,
Yeah,
she
that's
dropped a
what I'm
lot of
talking about.
lbs. So she looks really good. Show that back corner with that rose in her hand.
I'll give her a rose in
Those
her
girls,
hand.
those girls knew how to party, by the way.
I'll
I
give
don't
her
know
a
if you know
pregnant.
anything about their background, but they had
pregnant
they had a
hand.
lot of fun.
What's this right here, Steve? B-52s?
Next, we play some B-52s from Athens, GA.
Okay.
This is actually a pretty cool party mix. It's like extended versions of some of their hits from their earlier albums, and we listened to Private Idaho.
Tell me about meeting old Fred now. Come
I
on,
got
man.
to meet Fred. He was carrying a bag of groceries down the street, and I said, "Hey, Fred," and he gave us that "hello" in his very Fred Schneider
Yeah.
voice.
And you guys went out for a beer?
No, we didn't. He went on. You know, you don't fuck with people.
Take the damn story
Don't
and
fuck
run
with
with it,
people.
man.
Nah.
You could have put anything right there. You could have said y'all did some acid and
No,
like,
we didn't do that.
wrote a couple of
I've
screenplays.
never done that.
No?
Never done that.
You guys wrote a screenplay and that ended up being Independence Day and they stole it from you.
Independence Day.
Stole it. It's coming up. Independence Day.
I wrote the whole thing on a napkin.
Yeah.
And
Court.
They stole it.
I'm rereading On the Road, Jack
What
Kerouac.
did you play next?
Thompson Twins. Hold Me Now.
Hold me now.
Couldn't do an 80s deal without playing that. Are you kidding me?
It's in my contract. You can't.
Oh. No. We can't touch beefs. How about a little Hall and Oates? Play a little Private Eyes.
I believe a little Taylor
Watching
Baden got
you.
into that.
Yeah, a little
Yeah, he did. Little
Hall and
TV.
Oates.
little
You know, there's a
T-Bay.
show on Palladium, I think. Daryl Hall.
At
does a
Daryl's
show.
house?
At Daryl's house. It's actually
Yeah.
very, very, very
That's what I
good.
hear. I
But
heard
they
that.
show it on broadcast somewhere.
Okay. It's a good show.
I think
PBS.
I've seen it on broadcast.
PBS maybe occasionally. At some point.
Yeah, maybe real late.
Thomas Dolby, The Flat Earth. What did we listen to off of that?
We heard Hyperactive, which
Hyperactive,
was a
great
hit.
track. Hey, we played a track from Jay, a.k.a. The Stamp, a.k.a. Thunderfoot. Thunderfoot. What did we play off of this, Jay?
We played She Sells Sanctuary,
Okay,
which is one of my favorite cult songs of all time.
good track, man. Don't have any cult in my collection. I actually enjoyed
When I
that.
hear the cult, I want to put my cowboy boots on. I just want to stomp on the floor with one foot.
Cowboy
You would
boot.
do that?
Cowboy boot.
But if you ever seen him, he's got the feather going on,
Italy's-
that cowboy hat,
Italy
that
looks like
fucking
cowboy
boot.
boot.
He's like this. When the world turns around.
Cowboy boot.
Cowboy boot. Exactly.
Italy.
Italy's out. They lost.
They lost in the World Cup.
All the major teams. England has lost.
They look like
Good for them.
They look like
Brazil tied.
I don't want them.
USA. USA.
cowboy boot.
Whatever. I don't even play soccer. I don't know.
All those Cowboys
Bandwagon.
in their boots.
French Football Federation.
Boots. Well, cowboy.
Well, next we played a little Morris Day in the Time off of Ice Castles.
I've got the time.
I think we heard Jungle Love, didn't we?
That's right. We heard Jungle
Yes,
Love.
we did. Those bands. That's a good band.
If I got the money,
little
honey, you
Prince
got the
production.
time.
You know, Prince produced it. all.
Sure.
And dressed them.
Yeah. Hey, we busted a little 45, a little Poison Talk Dirty to Me in the damn picture sleeve. This is a Goodwill score for like 50 cents. I paid 50 cents. 50 cents. Steve, where'd you get this from now? Steve brought this out
What's
of his biscuit whistle. Come
on my
on,
face.
Steve.
What you got there? The mother's milk?
Yeah. Tell me about it.
I got this a long time
This
ago.
wasn't a reissue you just picked up down the road.
No, I got this a long time ago.
A
This is the-
long damn
This is
time
the album
ago.
after Hillel Slovak died.
Yeah.
It's a great album.
Heroin.
And I believe we listened to
Kick a Hole in the Sky.
Johnny Kicked a Hole in the Sky.
Johnny Kicked a Hole in the Sky.
Bossman picked that out.
Yeah, man,
Okay,
that's a great
cool.
song. I like that album.
It's a great record,
all the way
man.
around.
I think that they're all pretty much on point at that era. It's like nobody's skipping a beat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It seems like Chili Pepper records, they're always good. I don't know that there's a bad one, but there's some that like you're like, oh, this is the one where they switched the guitar player or the what, and it's like
Yeah, they still bring
it's
it.
always
They're bringing it.
missing something. That's one of those ones that's pretty much on the whole time.
Yeah.
Everything's firing on all cylinders. Play the Cameraman record. Joe Jackson stepping out.
Yep.
Oh my God, what a track! I love this track.
When I hear this, I want to eat scrambled eggs.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's got an '80s memory.
Well, it's the breakfast song.
Wait, we played that?
Every morning when I went to eat breakfast at the dining hall on campus, that song, either that song or "Lawyers in Love" by Jackson Browne was playing.
Yeah,
And there was one more, Don Henley's.
Boys of
No,
69.
it was the one about. Anyway,
There it is.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the breakfast song.
Jay Giles Band. Played a little freeze frame, folks. Another Cameraman record. Couldn't resist.
Which this ended up creating the greatest mix I've ever done, because freeze frame ended with the shutter, the which went into by accident Girls on Film by Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Duran Duran's
Double-
first album,
Double camera cacheeses.
and that was awesome. I about shit a load right there.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. You heard that, and I was like, oh, you said that. You marked that. when you said it earlier.
You marked that set.
When you marked it down. You took that and you wrote down about how good that mix went over between the two. I said, well, Steve, we'll talk about that when we do the show later.
Oh yeah,
You remember me saying
I
that?
think so.
Yeah, well, I got it wrote down earlier. You want me to look where I wrote it down?
No.
No, it's in
We
my
don't
pocket.
even need to talk about
It's on the
it.
back of a receipt.
Because we've already talked about it.
Who did?
We did.
What did I say?
Don't touch your britches.
I got some crab apples in there.
Do you really?
I got them from my parents' house. They're real crab apples.
Do you eat? I've never eaten a
Yeah.
crab apple. We used to throw them. We used to throw them at people.
We did
We
that.
throw them.
Here,
Look
Yummy,
at
I'll
here.
show them to the camera.
Hold some up, boss man.
So today is Crab Apple Day. What the hell?
I got my rundown wet. But
I
they're-
hope everybody's ready for summer. We got crab apples.
Are you ready for the summer? They're good, man. They're
Meatballs.
really bitter and sour, and you put a little
You
salt
eat
on
them? They don't make you touch your britches.
Well,
They do. They do.
you eat
Do
them.
they?
You eat them on the
Green apple squirts.
you eat them on the weekends, and you don't have to worry about that mess.
That's why it's called that.
Yeah. It wasn't because of the Granny Smith. It's because of crab apples.
Hey, the most appropriate song to end our '80s mix.
It's about as 80s as it gets.
A little Crowded House. Don't dream It's Over.
That's the name of it?
Yeah, Don't Dream It's Over, meaning it's over. That was the end of the 80s mix.
Oh, I see.
That's why I
Very
played
clever.
that. Yes.
Very clever. Did you think about that earlier in the day? I've got to end with that.
No,
Don't dream
sort
it's
of
over.
earlier in the
It's
day.
over.
Yeah, not as earlier in the day as I'd like to admit. But
So if we
where'd that
do
go?
like the 69 mix, it'll be The End by The Doors. And
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, y'all don't do the 69 mix together.
Okay, so that's what we played.
69 mix.
That's what we played. I got a
What
special
we
little.
played.
I got a special little thing.
That was a
on-
lot of what we played because we did singles. You know, we did like one song and we're done.
That's right.
So,
cool
we had-
80s mix.
We had a lot of
so,
records to go through.
Thanks for everybody joining us for that 80s mix there. And I got
1980s?
I got a couple of
1880s.
cool little
Which
things
is it? No,
I want to
seriously.
show.
Which?
A few weeks ago, we had asked that maybe it was a suggestion from Bob, our good buddy Bob Hockney. He said maybe folks can send in pictures of their record rooms or their collections or whatnot. And we can show them on the show.
I want to meet that record room.
Yeah, and so Bob,
What's his email address?
and so Bob sent a couple of pictures of his room. I mean,
Okay,
come
let's
on.
see Bob's room.
And here's like a quad picture. Now check it
Whoa,
out.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
He said that's part of the shit right there. And then he said like here's a panoramic of it. Now look at here now.
Whoa.
Now tell you couldn't get down in that room right there, folks.
That's nice.
That's very nice. I want to see that sign in the middle there. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. It almost looks like it says Verve. It almost looks like a lit up Verve sign. I'd love to have a Verve. I'd love to have a Verve sign.
Oh, dude.
That's really cool. But man, thanks Bob for making that suggestion first of all. And look at that damn room, folks. Tell you you couldn't get lost in there. And then, actually, the first submission we had from this, from our good buddy Karsten Olson. If you don't follow Karsten's channel on YouTube, you should.
You should totally do this like romper room. We have like a mirror that you can see through, and you're like looking in it. And you're like, I'm looking at Bob's room, and then you go to graphic.
But look at this, folks. This is from right out of Denmark.
This is Denmark.
Denmark,
From across
man.
the water.
And if you take a close look, even though this is a super dope room, and he's got a cool Telecaster over there, some cool leather furniture.
I have guitar.
That's a great room to check out some records in. And look at that laptop sitting right there. He said, check out the handsome, I'm paraphrasing.
Is this the gentleman that said, I'm listening to metal, and like went back in his house?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Just curious. Sorry.
We're cutting that out.
Sorry.
We're cutting that out. No, but look at Carson's space. It's a great space, and he's got us down there on the old laptop.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he said a couple of handsome gentlemen or sharp-looking gentlemen. I'm just paraphrasing. A couple of the best-looking gentlemen ever that walked the earth.
That sounds good.
Mikey
I'll
B,
accept that
SF.
as a paraphrase.
Yeah, so that's cool. Hey, if you got a cool space or a cool collection or a cool way that you like to sit and listen to your records, send us a picture pie of it, and we'll put it on the internet program. that we do.
Self-addressed stamped envelope. 2 tickets.
Free catalog. Pueblo, Colorado, 81009.
Television City, California,
Man.
90028.
So we appreciate when we say shit like that, and Muggs be listening to us. That's so cool, man. Hey, cheers to you guys, Bob and Karsten, for sending in those pictures of your room. I'd sit down and chill in your record room any day of the week, man, for sure. For sure, man. I'll wait for Steve.
I'm gonna get me one of these
Strawberries?
North Carolina strawberries in North Carolina mountain spring water.
Okay. Hey, man, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for sending those shots in. That's a shot for you and a shot for me. Okay. Oh, my God.
All right.
I'm drooling all over the place.
All right.
And that can only mean one thing. When I start drooling that bad,
What'd you do this week?
what did I do this week? I went out and I went digging. It's because it's time for a dig of the week. I couldn't find it, man. Anyway, I'm wearing these glasses. And
Timing
sometimes
is everything in this business.
green-
Timing is everything.
those muted.
We have to work on our timing.
The muted greens and browns make it difficult for me to see. But if
Maybe
I
we
take
should
my,
hire a technical director.
But
At this stage in the game,
No.
maybe we should hire a TD.
if I take my eyes off of what's going on,
Man on the switcher.
I'm just saying, man.
He could be our social media guy too. We need a social media guy.
Everything's so bright in here if I do
Because
that.
there's a chat going on right now. It's blazing on Ustream.
Probably so.
Probably so. No, it's happening. I'm
Give
telling
me
you.
to switch
right now.
over. Hey, tell me a couple of things you got for Dig of the Week, Steve, and I'll jump over there and
Well,
I'll check our chat real quick.
We went out today, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I went out before you because I got a Father's Day gift from my lovely wife and my family.
Somebody says you seem trashed, Steve. You trashed?
No,
I don't think Steve's trashed.
that's bullshit.
Crazy stuff.
White trash, that's it.
To be honest, I'm more trash than Steve is. I'll be honest. Steve's the less trash of any of us.
I weigh less than you, though.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was fortunate enough to pick up
Somebody says that we need an intern.
an album that you had that I love so much, but I actually found a reissue of it. It's the George Benson cookbook.
Oh, yeah. I got that record, but mine's got...
Yours doesn't look like this. You
No.
have the picture on the front, and it's a reissue.
Well, you guys had the same
And
album
this is
with
some
different cover art?
this is some stout George Benson. This is some of my favorite George Benson right here.
Yeah.
Like everybody's heard some George Benson, but
There's a Ustream bot watching this. I saw on this thing. It said Ustream bot.
Okay.
There's
I
a
think
robot
John-
watching this.
John would be really pleased about this one.
Yeah.
I bought a couple new records.
Oh, Underdog
I don't
Records.
normally buy new records, but
Sure.
I was like, what the hell? This is a gift, and I'm gonna gift myself. So I got Can album, which was 1979 maybe. It was a later album. It wasn't their first.
We didn't hear that yet, did we?
It was their last album before they broke up briefly, before they got back together.
You said that's got an alternate name, too?
Oh, it's called Inner Space.
Inner
I
Space,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good album. Sodom is a really, really good song off of here, by the way. But last but not least, I was really happy to pick up a Nectar album.
Oh, yeah.
This is called Journey to the Center of the Eye.
The guy that sold you this is actually the guy. There was
Jonathan.
a question posted to the VC. What band have you been really hip to by a record store, like while it's playing, or somebody recommends in the record store?
Right.
And first thing I said was Nectar.
Yeah.
Because Jonathan, when he worked at another store, which is where I got this stuff today, he recognized. I was like, I'm looking for some psych rock, some prog, something kind of in that era, you know.
But I got
And
this
he's
from Jonathan's store.
Yeah.
And when I got it, he was like, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't got that because I was going to take it. Because there is a record show tomorrow in Winston-Salem.
I don't think I'm gonna go.
I don't think I'm going to go either.
You don't agree?
I'm satiated. I'm good.
I'm good.
But
Got a
he
lot
was like,
going
oh,
on in
I
my
wish I hadn't
life."
gotten that because I was going to take it to the record show and, probably spark a lot of interest in it. But I'm glad you got it, but... Yeah.
He still got his.
He said whenever I would get depressed, this is what he was saying, he would walk his dog and put the headphones on and listen to Journey in the Center of the Eye, and it's a fantastic album.
I'll
And
alleviate
I'm
that.
thinking we need to play that a little later.
I walk the dog straight 24/7.
Okay.
I'm always walking the dog.
So that was what I got earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do a couple.
Sure.
Okay. I've only got 3.
I got 3,
Yeah.
maybe 2.
Okay. So I picked this up today. Now this is it's called the Dedication Series Volume 9, The Great Arrangers. It's on MCA Impulse. Gil Evans and Gary McFarlane. Now I'm a big collector of Gary McFarlane. I got a few of his records.
He's the Bloop Bleep guy, right?
Bloop Bleep, and it's did a lot of loungy sounding kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that he was poisoned
He was poisoned.
at a very young age. It's a pretty tremendous story. Deserves a documentary. We should look into that. Gary McFarlane documentary.
Okay.
Interesting life. A lot of lounge, jazz, worked with samba, worked with a lot of Clark Terry a lot, who's on this record as
You
well.
get started with that. I'll catch up with you.
But this is a double LP, and the thing about this is these 2 sessions are from 60 and 66. But the 2 LP set, like 1 LP is Gil Evans. And this is right after he had worked with Miles Davis. And but this one's got, listen to this, he's known for kind of playing with cats. This is one of the ones where he's actually a band leader. And even though he'd done that before, this is a really good recording where he really brought the noise. Johnny Coles, Ron Carter, Elvin Jones, Bud Johnson, Ron Crawford. Terrific stuff. Only other LP, Gary McFarlane. a little darker effort from him. So what Impulse did, they took 2 releases, put them together as a double LP that came out in like '78. But anything that's got Gary McFarland on it, I'll buy. And I mean, really.
Right.
Yeah, totally. Bust one. What you
Okay,
got?
I picked up the same place today. John McLaughlin.
Oh yeah,
His
I shouldn't have missed
acoustic
this.
guitar, My Goals Beyond.
Totally missed this.
One side is just him doing a bunch of covers here.
Acoustic,
Including
you said?
Charles Mingus, Dave Herman, John McLaughlin, Chick Corea, Miles Davis. He plays all the instruments.
Yeah.
Side 2, he plays with Jerry Goodman, Erto Moriara, Billy Cobham on drums.
Jesus. Retarded.
I haven't listened to this yet.
This is one of those I skipped over. I shouldn't have.
Well, you were talking to some gentlemen.
Hey, let's talk about it.
You want to talk
now.
about it?
How
you want to
cool-
talk about it?
how
I know you
cool
want to
it-
talk about it. That's why I prompted you.
Yeah, okay. I need some more vodka on this. Steve,
You want strawberry?
no, I know how to measure that. Measure. So we go into a record store today, and we start flipping through the stacks. And there's these 2 older African American gentlemen in the store. And then all of a sudden, they strike up a conversation with me and Steve, and we start talking. So we start talking jazz.
We had a lot of the same interests.
Yeah, we had a lot of the same interests. These guys knew what they were talking about. There's a couple of older African American gentlemen. They walked out, and I walked over to Steve, and I was like, we were just talking to some old black dudes about jazz in a record store. Woo! High five. That's when you know you've made it in the record world.
Really?
Old black
That's it?
dudes know about jazz, and they're like, oh yeah, man, if you see where Ron Carter plays on that one, and I'm, oh yeah, I know about that. And he's like, do you know about that? Oh yeah, well, I know about that one. That last time, we started getting.
Well, the funny thing is, even funnier was they had gone to the same, because this was not our original place we were going to go.
True.
But they had gone to the same place, and the guy was leaving. He was out of town.
It was closed.
He'd gone to a
Shop
show
was closed.
in Michigan or somewhere.
Philadelphia. Yeah,
Philadelphia, Michigan, and so he wasn't there.
yeah. So we had some stuff in common. Nice guys. That was how cool. We're the coolest guys you know. We're the coolest guys you know. Write that down. Write that down. Okay. Hey, I found the greatest hits of Eric Burdon and the Animals on MGM. This is like '69. And it's very strange because I'm a huge Eric Burdon fan in general,
But not the animals.
specifically with the Animals.
specifically with them.
And it's funny because this is like my 3rd greatest hits of some type Animals.
There's a lot of
record.
them. There's a lot.
There's a shit ton of them. But this is representing the Animals' last 3 lineups.
But don't you have? Since you already have greatest hits, don't you have all these songs?
No, this record didn't cross with any of the other records I had. That's why I bought it.
There's a lot of Jimi Hendrix records like that.
That's
it's like,
true.
Oh, it's a great compilation, and it's nothing to do with the last compilation you had.
It says it was released in March of '69 in the U.S., but never put out in the U.K.
Okay.
It was the last album MGA would release with them, and it basically covers where they, it wasn't very commercially successful, but it kind of covered where they started getting into a little bit of the psychedelic rock. Like the psychedelic rock.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey-oh. That's what we like about it.
Okay.
Psychedelia. What you got, Steve? Tell me about your lap.
I got
What's
one
in your
more.
lap?
Well, I did pick up early in the morning the Gap Band today for $1. It's a
Early
12-inch
in the
single,
morning.
and I had to pick it up.
Right.
Because it was one of my, I used to dance this piece of shit. So I picked it up.
You
'cause
can
we were-
dance if you
'cause
want
we were
to.
doing 80s. But I also picked up The Police, Zenyatta Mandata.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is their first album. I'm not exactly sure, but looking at the picture of Sting on the back, it definitely looks like it might be their first album.
Sure.
It's got Don't Stand So Close to Me, Driven to Tears, Canary in a Coal Mine, the Do-Do-Do, the Da-Da-Da. That's
Yeah.
what I want to say to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good
some
business.
good pictures on the back.
And I picked up, we kind of teased this a little bit earlier with the VC, but I don't want everybody in the VC to splooge all over their screen at the same time, but
Hold your splooge.
hold your splooge. Point it,
Your progressive
bend it off.
splooge.
Bend it, do me a favor, bend it off.
You gotta
Let
fold
me-
it twice.
I'm gonna take this, bend it on off. Let me get.
Bend it on off. Okay.
I picked up something I didn't have in my collection, folks. A little Genesis Trespass. Everybody calm down. All right? Everybody calm down. I've not had this. It's a second studio album by Genesis, released in 70. This is a 74 reissue. As we
I
say
think
in
I
the
have the
business.
same reissue.
Is that 1970?
Yes.
ABC.
It's the last album with Anthony Phillips, which I'd planned on playing some of his solo shit tonight, to be honest with you.
Solo shit.
The one with that damn rat on the front.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
got a
yeah,
folk flavor progressive rock sound that was marked departure from their earlier work, Steve.
yeah. Okay. Tell me more.
Served as the band's debut in the USA as Genesis, from Genesis to Revelation, was not initially released in the United States.
Really?
So for a lot of United States fans, Trespass was #1.
It's the first album.
That's the first one you saw in your local shop.
It's the first one I saw.
A little bit before my time.
It's in New Banks.
Well, I appreciate having it now, for sure, for real and for sure. And I'm just glad.
Did you know that Peter Gabriel plays lead voice, flute, accordion, tambourine, and bass drum?
Brum?
He plays the bass drum. Look at that right there.
I like what it says right here.
Bass drum.
What's that say right there? What's
What?
that say right there?
Then let us drink, then let us smile, then let us go.
What a way to conclude our dig of the week. Did we hold that guy up?
I think we did. Did you
Okay.
show that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a way to conclude dig of the week. Let us drink, let us smile.
Let us chew on things.
We're chewing. Oh, we've been doing a lot of chewing, folks.
Chewing the fat.
Ow, my finger.
Okay.
Oh, okay. A couple of sodas
Oh,
right inside
hell.
the Frigidaire.
Oh shit.
There's a red guy and a guy beside him. Here we go.
Class this joint up.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We got things happening. Give me a little glass there, somebody. Any kind of glass. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
These two guys. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, I'll tell you. We're not on camera, Steve. But I'll tell you, we're going to take this opportunity to get right into a damn soda speak.
Probably we weren't on camera.
We're on the dig of the week graphic. That's all right. And we got our special guest, the Bossman, join us here.
Special guest in the house.
Now, earlier in the evening,
Kicking with high treble. High treble. That's what we want. No bass here. Nothing but treble. Alrighty.
and you know, like we were talking about earlier, we welcome the Bossman to the set. Big time business. Tell us, as we teased it earlier, and I don't like the deep tease too
I know you
much,
don't like the
folks.
deep tease.
I'm
This
not
is
a
not
fan
that kind of show.
I'm not a fan of the deep tease.
You just like the tip.
I like the tip.
Like
I
this?
like the vein. I like the vein that's a little bit under the tip. But
I do too, buddy.
once you get past there, not a fan.
Oh, hey, you know what? This would be a perfect time to show people at home.
What's that?
A DIY, homemade squirt bottle,
Yeah.
folks. Just pop a hole in the top and watch. Easy as that.
It's great to be hydrated. It's great to be hydrated.
Yes, it is.
I think.
DIY. All
So-
right, let's get serious.
but we promoted a little bit in the show. Had a little experience with the Whalers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Whalers. Lord of Mercy.
Lord of mercy.
Right near the beach, boy.
Boy. Last Saturday,
Right.
I couldn't come over to the program
Right.
because, I had to pay the bills.
Early day.
Early day on Saturday, I had to pay the bills. So I
Pen
go
come Where'd that pen come from?
with a pen.
Okay.
Stuck. Slid into work, and there's a big bus blocking the driveway. So I was like,
Right.
what's the deal? And so I pull my car up in the grass in front of the big bus, and I bang on the door of the bus, and I bang, and I bang, and I bang, and I blow, and I blow, and the bus doesn't blow over. And then I'm like bent out of shape because I'm anal about my car. I don't
What's your
wanna-
name, dude?
Yeah.
Been out of shape.
Yeah, I was bent out of shape. I was bent
I
out
didn't
of
mean it
shape.
that way. It just came out that way. I didn't mean it that way.
He did. So then I was banging on the door, and I'm like, all vexed, vexed. And so then I open the door, and I yell in there. And I even go up the step one or two. And I'm like, this may not be a smart idea. This is North Carolina. You could get shot doing some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me backpedal. Ka-chowie! And then, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to walk down the driveway, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Because I can do that.
Sure.
So I walked, because I'm the boss man. And so I'm walking down the joint, and then they come up where we have like this bench, the bench that we call the bus stop.
Sure.
There's two naughty dreads sitting there.
A lot of mercy.
And the gate was open. So you could just walk right through, which is kind of weird for the weekend.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, the gate should be closed.
Let's write that up.
I mean, yeah, some people should know. But anyway, so these naughty dreads are there. So I'm like, yo, is that your bus? And dude's like, yeah, man, Lord of mercy. And and he's like an old dread, and his hair's like up to here. And I'm like, wow. And then it dawns on me, yo, those cats are in Greensboro today. And what's the chance of a big tour bus? It has to be these cats. So I'm like, are you guys with the Whalers? And the dude's like, yeah, man, a lot of mercy. And so then I was like, man, that's crazy. And so I can't be mad at them, so I'm cool with it. So I'm like, whatever, you guys' bus is blocking me, but I'm cool with it. And then the dude's like, hey, you guys got any coffee in there? And I'm like, I got one better. We got a Keurig. What? So they came into our office, and the naughty dreads were drinking out of our Keurig.
One of them was probably sitting in my chair.
Did they see our banana?
No, I totally forgot to show, because we should have had him sign the Rasta banana.
We got a Rastafarian
Are you
banana.
kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. I was still like, oh, jock riding.
We've got like a 6-foot banana with dreadlocks and a Rastafarian
Yeah,
hat
we
on.
should have had him sign the Rasta banana.
Yeah, totally.
Or just get a picture with it.
And it's a banana. Hello?
I know. Yeah. Well, whatever.
Anyhow.
Okay, let's go on to real things.
Okay, we're into a so to speak. So we've done this before. It's a Dr. Enough.
That was a great story.
That's a great storyline.
And that was a condensed version. I didn't talk about the angry tug. I didn't talk about like when we did that jump in the air and we both high-fived and everything froze.
Toyota.
We didn't talk about that. But I will tell you one thing that I don't know if I told you guys. So the place where we were, we don't do what everybody else does. We do the things one better. But those other cats, those pedantic cats, were like, hey, could you help us and record something with these Whalers? So I was like, yeah, I'll do you one better. I'll do it the right way and actually light it. And so I go out there in the courtyard. I actually throw lights up. I shoot it. I do it right. I do 2 shots, 2 mics, the way you're supposed to do it.
Sure.
On a news joint.
Yeah.
I get it done. I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm just gonna hand it off because I don't handle ingesting. And yeah, it was a corrupt disc, and the whole thing was shot and had nothing.
So you say a corrupt disc?
Yeah, and the whole thing had like purple and green, like squares through the thing, and then when the squares came up, the audio was like, and then other times it was normal. Like,
so as far as anybody else knows, the Whalers were just not there.
Exactly.
It never happened.
It never happened.
I saw a picture.
Oh yeah, because I did take one picture while I was behind the camera doing it. I took a
You
picture.
want to show for proof?
No. I mean, if I'm going to show anything, when in doubt, whip it out. But we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. So let's keep it moving.
My DH looks like Buddy Hackett. What's happened in my life?
I don't know.
I was supposed to be I'm making a lot of money.
Is this for
People
me,
said-
bro?
Yeah, people said I was smart and I was gonna make a lot of money.
They were so wrong.
Wrong.
Is that thing stuck on a scrap?
So we got a little Dr. Enough. This is the cherry flavored Dr. Enough, which we have
We've done it because we brought him back from Tennessee.
one of the very first,
One of the-
so to speak.
One of the genesis of so to
It's
speak.
rich in vitamins. It's got a lot of B
Oh,
vitamins.
dude.
But it's got guarana.
Yo, Dr.
No.
Enough
Look at there.
is the right way to do things. I mean, you waking up with OJ and vitamins? What? You drink Dr. Enough, you get right.
natural cane sugar,
You got male intimate
B vitamin.
impotency.
Evidently not.
It's good though.
It's so good. It's a really great soda, folks. It says
I think it's
herbal
coming
on
out of Tennessee too.
it.
Maybe.
It's got ginseng and guarana. If you got guarana in it, I'm all over it.
Wow, what's guarana all about?
Oh my God.
What did it do to you?
Get you up.
I'm feeling pumped.
Yeah, this
Ric Flair this.
is the original energy drinks before they really did energy drinks. Steve, go and kill that.
Take a pull.
Okay,
Take a
now
pull, Jack.
you're gonna have to hit me to a little bit of this. A little Flathead Lake Gourmet Soda.
Flathead.
This is a wild white grape. What is this about?
Well, we were slipping and sliding and riding yesterday, and we went to a kind of crazy grocery store that we didn't have up north, but we have here.
Okay.
Lowe's Foods.
Okay.
And I kind of thought when you initially moved here, when you guys were talking about you going to Lowe's, I'm like, your guys' hardware store sells groceries?
Yeah, we have to specify.
Yeah, I was like, you guys are crazy, man. But we went to Lowe's, and they have these gourmet sodas there. They come in a 4-pack. They have like 6 different flavors. Somehow, I don't know how it happened, we picked the one 4-pack that had one of each in it. It must have been the mixer-upper.
You were jerking the store.
I don't know.
You jerked the store.
It says it's a twist off, so I just
you didn't
twisted
kill
it
your
off.
you didn't kill your vitamins,
I know, man, because we got a special treat later.
but you ain't got no room for it.
I'm going right out of the thing, and
All
you're
right.
gonna because of my sores. I took the pills. I don't have a breakout.
I love Soros.
You
I'll
know?
pick them though. I'll pick them till it's a problem.
I like to squirt them.
Yeah, I like-
Squirt.
I'm a picker. You be a picker or a popper? Picker?
Mmm.
Popper?
Remember those little sodas back in the day? New York seltzers?
Yeah.
This right here, dude.
Okay. So it's light. Light and crisp.
Refreshing.
Okay.
It breaks clean on the tongue.
Now I'm gonna. Okay. So if Carl the envelope was here,
Oh, yeah. This is refinement.
This is a refinement.
This right here is,
Uh-oh, a Carl shot.
this ain't Welch's.
Let me see that.
Do it, man.
that's good. And let's hold that up because we've not held that up.
No, we haven't held that
Flathead
up.
Lake Gourmet Soda.
That's really
What
good.
is it coming out of, Stevie
White-
Fever?
Montana's legendary soda.
Montana.
Oh.
We may have done one of these before.
Yo, that's Big Sky Country, but we don't have a list.
We don't. I think we have done something from Montana, but I don't remember what it is.
Yo,
I
you
bet-
know what'd be crazy if somebody could make a list of the sodas.
Yeah.
White grape. It's really it's subtle.
It's not too sweet.
Light.
I mean, it's sweet, but
It's like
not too
healthy.
sweet.
Hold that guy up.
No, it don't taste healthy.
It's subtle yet provocative.
Yeah, we gotta do that a little bit better than that.
Let's hold that guy up. Let's give them their due diligence.
Digital. New digital. Everybody gets a new digital.
Oh, that's real deal.
Word up to Montana.
That's Big Sky Country.
Do some triple gigs on the comedy circuit. You'll end up in Montana.
Yeah, you will.
These stand-up comedy jokes do anything for you?
Well, because you're sitting down.
Okay. All right. Good point. Yeah, that is a good point. So, does speak? That's the end of So to Speak. That's all we got to say about it.
wah.
And so we're gonna
But
take.
yo, that grape
good.
soda was a great
That's
soda.
That's fantastic.
And
Let's
I
take it out
mean,
get out of here.
and it really wasn't that much. They came out to be like $1 a soda, which is a good, decent price to pay for a high-end beverage, a gourmet soda.
Sure.
And I don't even drink sodas like that anymore, man.
No, me neither.
I don't drink sodas like
Can't
that.
do that.
Time to do that.
You get the beats.
Who does that?
Who wants the beats?
I don't want the beats.
You're gonna get the beats.
Don't
If
want
you're
the
not
beats.
careful with your sodas, you're gonna get the beats. Hey, it's time to go into a little chip chat, folks. And we got a couple of really great things here for chip chat.
Buck, 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 buck. Nothing but trouble.
And man, I gotta do that's
Yo, but not for nothing though. That was a real cool package from Trish.
for real, man. This
I mean,
mix
not
is
not no joke. All jokes aside, that was hot. It had some hot mixes in there.
yeah, it did.
And
Of course it did.
I think doing CD mixes is cool.
Hell yeah, it is.
I remember back in the day doing the tape joints.
Oh.
Remember doing those?
I'm gonna start collecting VHS tapes. That's my new thing.
I'm heated because Kimmy, 20 years ago, loaned the best Biggie Smalls mixtape of all time to her Puerto Rican friends, and I never got it back. And that shit was 20 years ago, no joke. And I'm heated.
They still use that cake flavor.
How did it not? Okay.
They sold it for hair products.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
3, 2,
Okay.
1. Hey, we're starting off with chip chat
Chat,
here.
yeah. Great.
Diego's chips. I believe. Did you bring these strong?
Came from a BP.
A BP.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, they kill
And,
our environment. Let's
We
buy
did
products
the
from
middle
What's
them.
the
floor,
flavor we
they
did
beat the
before? We
box.
did the red chili before.
Yeah, we did.
What?
2 for
2 for 23.
Dang, look at the size of that.
So these are
There
habanero.
you go.
Look at it compared to my eye.
It's a devil's chip.
Okay, take it easy now, boss man. This is a habanero now.
Wow, it's gonna be like that thing.
They're all big. Jesus Christ, look at that.
He was
Hold
big
those guys
too.
up.
There's
Hold
only,
them up.
there's only 3 chips in the bag.
Mmm. Good chips,
Yeah,
man.
that's good. You got it perfect.
Oh man.
Is that good?
I don't know.
Oh, oh my God. Those are so good. It's got the habanero flavor without the overbearing habanero.
Yeah, I'll give you.
Hot, it's
Heat.
good hot.
It's a good hot. Not overbearing. I'm flipping this desk over.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
The whole house may end up on fire. I don't care. I mean, y'all may have mistaken me for a dude that gives an F.
You don't give enough.
I'll start it all on fire. And then will tell me about it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I get paid to tell other people about it. They can tell me about it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a decent one.
This tastes a little like Chinese food.
Racist.
No.
Well, I mean, my only complaint about that chip is not the burn, because I
Right.
can deal with the burn. It didn't have a real crisp snap to it. Kind of had a soft
Big
break to
chips,
it.
though.
Oh, big chips, but it's not always the size.
That's up there.
It's a break.
For me,
It's a break. It's a snap when it goes
that's
right
up
on the
there.
tongue.
That one's up there. That heat is right
Well,
where.
you, I
think
think right where it needs to
Where it
be.
needs to be.
For me, all time, habanero is probably my favorite pepper, burn, and flavor of all time.
It gives you just a touch
But-
of the sweat.
But sometimes habanero is like,
Yeah!
it's too much. It's too much.
You gave me the gas face.
That one is right where it needs to be. It gives you a little bit of that. Gives you a little bit of that, but not.
I hate it when it gives me just a little bit, not a
That's
lot.
right. That's right.
This next
How
bag.
about this one
Okay.
right here?
Tell
Hey,
me a little.
this next bag is in honor of Tony Gwynn.
Oh, Tony Gwynn passed away
Tony
this week.
Gwynn.
And we got another Uncle Ray's out of Detroit. What this is the Uncle Ray's cheese flavored puffers.
And tonight we're going to talk about Chapter 7.
And it says in the corner, I didn't realize Uncle Ray, who always gives us a nice lesson,
Out of Detroit.
in the corner,
Detroit.
it says Chapter 7. So
It's the only employer left in Detroit
So
is
every-
Uncle Ray's potato chips.
everybody gather around and go a little crisscross applesauce. And let me read you a little story here from Uncle Ray.
Hey, can I put one of those in my mouth before you do it?
As I'm doing it. Grandpa
story.
cures a dangerous habit before it starts is the title. Please,
Grandpa
everybody,
what? Grandpa
please,
what?
please,
Crisscross applesauce. 1,
please,
2, 3.
please. I wish I could sleep as soundly today as I used to on an old straw mattress. When we were kids, my older brother Bob and I spent 6 weeks every summer at my grandparents' farm in Tennessee. Their house was made of logs. It's making it very difficult to read, gentlemen. Their house was made of logs and had a tin roof. On rainy nights, it sounded like someone was toasting BBs on a roof. Who the fuck toasts BBs? I'm calling bullshit on this whole story already.
Hold on,
All right.
hold on. Keep
No,
reading.
it's Uncle Ray.
It gets better. It gets better.
Mon Uncle, please.
Enter the story.
One hot summer day, our grandfather was sitting on the back porch and rocking his chair. He used snuff. All right, everybody take it easy.
Keep reading.
And the tobacco stained his beard on both sides of his mouth.
Yeah,
Gross.
that's not tobacco, sweetheart.
Fucking gross.
Bob and
Okay.
I had been on the
No.
farm 4 or 5 weeks by then, and we had a big craving for something sweet, like Uncle Bob's downstairs
No,
area.
no.
Okay. Looking up, I asked my beloved grandpa if snuff tasted like candy. Nope, he said. Nope was in quotation marks, so that's what
So
he
it's a
actually.
parenthetical statement?
No.
Yeah.
That's in parentheses.
Oh. I didn't know I went to state school.
Does it taste good? I asked. He said yes. Really, it was yep. And I asked if I may have some. He thought for what seemed for a long time, and he reached into the top pocket of his overalls, pulled out his tin, gently placed a pinch of snuff behind my lip. This is very erotic.
Now,
It's uncomfortably erotic.
now I'll tell
for
you
me.
one thing. The best thing you can do for your kids is to hook them on tobacco young.
After a bit, I could tell I was supposed to do something, so I did exactly the wrong thing. I swallowed the snuff.
Oh. Start psychedelic music.
My goodness, was my head spinning. I saw 3 grandpas.
I bet you
Well, now,
did.
to me, that sounds like a good thing. I like my grandpa. If I could have 3 of them, if I could have 3 of them. Now they're all dead, and I don't get any of them.
Actually, the first time you do skull or snuff, those first times you do it, you really trip pretty hard.
You really do get a little
You
bit
really
of that.
trip.
Because you've done that stuff, right?
Somebody has maybe claimed.
Then my grandma came rushing from the house, and I saw 3 of her too. Things went from bad to worse. Oh, did my grandpa catch it from grandma? Oh,
No.
yeah.
What did she catch?
Yeah.
Night noise.
Yeah, she wasn't walking right for a week.
At 6 o'clock the next morning, Grandpa hitched the 2 mules to the hay wagon.
Yeah.
And he took Bob and me 20 miles to Parksville to buy candy.
Grandma on her knees 20 miles.
We
None
didn't get
of
home
that is
until
true.
after dark.
None of that.
I love and miss brother and grandparents. All 3 are gone now. Someday I will join them in the land where we will never grow old.
What's that
This is
land?
getting depressing. P.S. P.S. I don't use tobacco of any kind. And it's followed with Deuteronomy 11:19. Adi chooses Deuteronomy to make his point here. Deuteronomy, a very unique book of the Bible. Deuteronomy 11:19. And ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Sounds like you're saying thou a lot.
And he concludes it with, hang on, he concludes it with, your life is like a seed. When planted in the ground, you will reap what you sow, for it will come back to you, whether it be good or bad. From my family to yours, thank you for choosing Uncle Ray's, who I consider mon uncle.
There's a season for everything. There's a time to sow.
And what a
He's
fucking
like-
cheese puff, man.
He's like your uncle in chips.
Wow.
I'm not a Puffs fan. I just got it for that story.
That's good. Let's pass those up. Get a shot of that.
Can I
Move
just
on.
say, you might have a interesting new snack you might be delaying a little bit tonight.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Tell us a little bit about this. Come around to a microphone.
I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Okay.
Oh.
I almost wanted to skip the show.
Larvettes. Original.
Stuck. I gotta eat one. I'm on air. What am I
Original.
gonna do?
Original worm snacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat worms. What?
So tonight, folks.
I mean,
Tell you what, before we get
worms.
started, let's hold these up.
Hold them up.
Each of them.
Show it all.
So where did these come from?
Put a lot up in there.
Coming home from a vacation from Myrtle Beach, during Myrtle,
The Redneck Riviera.
Redneck Riviera. After cruising on some golf carts, stopped at south of the border.
Okay. Dylan
Just-
SC.
You got it on your hat, actually.
I got it on my hat. Old ball cap.
So I'm checking out for some sodas or for
Look
some
up.
chips.
I didn't know Mikey Bananas have family from Dylan.
Yeah, that's where all my family's from.
So south of the border, pretty interesting place. I stop in this gas station, see what kind of chips they have. Nothing crazy except
Right.
for these things.
Okay.
What are they? Larvettes?
Larvettes. So these are, it says original worm snacks. Top 5 reasons to enjoy larvettes. You'll give people something new to say about California besides the state of the fruit and nuts. Your entomologist friends will think you've learned how to cook.
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken, quote unquote. Will have new meaning. Number 2,
Will have new meaning?
you don't have to drink a whole bottle of mezcal to get the worm. Oh, Lord have mercy. Thank you for that. And the number one, barbecue, cheddar cheese, and Mexican spice larvettes make great party food.
And you have all three.
And we have all three. So you know what we're doing, folks?
It's a party.
It's a party.
That's what keeps that's my submission for keeping the party moving.
Is there a bucket nearby?
We're eating worms, folks.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Yo, I remember when you guys gave me that super hot dip that burned my whole shit for like 2 weeks. Nah, man, I'll get, if I'm eating worms, I'm eating that right out of the fucking bag.
You want a freshie?
Yeah, I want to, it's
Wiggling.
the mic cable touched my leg, and I thought a worm fell on it.
The lady at the cash register told me that cheddar cheese tastes a little bit like the crunchy Cheetos.
Okay.
Okay, Finn and I are going
I want one. I want one.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll try
okay.
one. I'll try
What is
it.
this?
Cheddar cheese.
The girls can do
Cheddar
it. You guys
cheese.
can.
So, folks, here we go. We're
Here's some worms.
All right, I did see some shit veins.
Grown Man Record Night for your worms.
For your worms.
Okay.
Here we go.
To hell, lowly worm.
Mmm.
I fucking love eating worms.
It tastes like nothing.
It's like nothing. It's a shell.
It's like
Second one?
crunchy air.
Your worm.
But the aftertaste
Try
is a
it.
little
No,
protein.
try it. It's not.
Really?
Yeah, it's a little like.
Mm.
You'd be fine.
Okay.
You'd be
Did we
fine.
show the audience the worm?
Yeah,
We showed them.
I want to show the Mexican
Sorry.
spice.
Okay, let's go barbecue next.
That was
I don't
better.
know about this, you guys.
We'll go barbecue next.
What kind of worm is that?
Mealworm.
Let's not talk about it.
She said they were freeze
We'll
dried.
pass it around. I'm going barbecue worm.
Oh, you're just banging my machine gun style. Look at these guys.
That's a good worm.
Ah.
It's a worm they pulled out of Pepe's colon.
That's a good worm.
It was at Pedro's stop.
Pedro.
And then we're going Mexican spice worm.
Michael we get a spice worm. I can't take this shit anymore.
You love it.
Oh, but God, I'm loving it.
I don't want to try anymore. Honestly, that was pretty disgusting.
What?
Mexican spice worm.
Fucking open that shit.
That's barbecue.
Oh,
I got worms already, so this don't bother me.
yikes.
I've had worms since I was a little kid.
What kind of worms?
I'm not at liberty. Oh, I got that.
Oh, that's a handful.
Do it. Do it.
Damn it. Woo! You want me looking at your hand?
Yeah. You're a dirty, dirty bastard.
Mm.
This one still has some wiggle in it.
My life is no better than what you just saw.
Feed me like a bird.
I promise.
Do it, Pookie.
Hey, those are pretty
Feed me like I'm
good.
a bird.
What a way to finish up a grown man record night.
Yeah, that's something else.
Then eating worms.
It's the Mexican spice?
Everybody hates me. Nobody likes me. Guess I'll go eat worms.
We all ate worms. And I'm getting ready to drink some more vodka to chase. I'm going to chase these worms back with vodka.
Put all the rest of them in your mouth.
That last one I don't like.
Yeah,
You know, spicy.
I mean-
It's got 2 packs.
I didn't
Wow.
really like the worms that much, y'all.
Woo!
You know?
I fucking hate Ben Daniels.
I know.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us
Thank you. We love you.
from all the worms that we eat.
To your home.
Because none of this wouldn't be possible
Be
without the
worm.
support of viewers like you.
I'm standing in the fucking show.
Yo, he's hogging your shot, bro.
That's what happens.
What's up with that?
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. We're going to wrap this edition up. Stay tuned for more music. Enter our YouTube contest.
Like him on Facebook, Grown Man Record Night. Don't front, don't sleep, don't be a punk. Like it.
Yeah,
Send us
man.
money. We want money.
I'll take it in
You know, if your mom's hot, give us her phone number. Whatever. Give us money.
yeah, so we got the Facebook page, go
Yep.
there. We also got the YouTube channel. We got the contest going on through your
I love watching you guys on YouTube. You post it like a couple days after, don't you?
day after, man.
No way. A
I'm making
day?
making moves.
Saturday you post it?
Power moves to shower moves.
Power moves to shower moves. I sleep on my stomach so I won't fuck up my sheets.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, cause I got rhymes dripping down my butt cheeks.
Okay, man. Hey, for
Okay, y'all. Y'all keep it grinding.
for the bossman, Thunderfoot, cameraman, Steve Fever, Mikey Bananas, Kimmy, and B-Dab.
Yep, and worms.
and worms.
Worm eating mofos.
I'm Mikey B. Thanks for joining us for
Boss
Grown Man
man,
Record Night.
Stevie Fever, doing big things on a small budget.
We'll catch you next time on Grown Man Record Night. Man, we appreciate the F out of you. And we'll see you next time. So stay tuned for more music, you bunch of mugs.